Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the Mystery Wheel Gunner here with you, and I've got a Ruger new Bearcat here for this video overview. Let me give a special shout out to my friend Scott for letting me borrow this beautiful little revolver, the new Bearcat. So why is it called the new Bearcat? Is there an old Bearcat? Yes, actually there were two older Bearcats. So let's go through the history of this little revolver real quick. The first Bearcat came out in 1958 and featured an alloy frame. The Super Bearcat came out in 1971 and featured an all-steel frame. The new Bearcats, and this is one labeled as a new Bearcat, these came out in 1993. And these have the transfer bar safety system straight from the factory. And in 2002, the new Bearcats were available with the option of a stainless steel frame. So yes, this Bearcat right here is a new Bearcat with the stainless steel frame. The first two Bearcats had 4-inch barrels. The new Bearcats have a 4.2-inch barrel. So not a whole lot of difference. Not sure why the new Bearcats went to 4.2 instead of just 4. The reason I've heard is due to export and import issues. For whatever reason, I think in some countries the absolute minimum barrel length is 4, and so Ruger put in the extra 4. The extra 0.2, the 4.2-inch barrel to just give them just a little bit of cushion there in case there were any kind of manufacturing anomalies. Anyway, let's go through this revolver real quick here. Like all the Bearcats, this new Bearcat is single action only, so it's cowboy style. You have to cock the hammer back each time if you want to take a shot. Let's go ahead and safety check it real quick. You gotta pull the hammer back a little bit, open the frame, and then we can check out the cylinder. It's a 6-shot, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yes, they are all empty. We've got an empty gun. Now you can see it has the transfer bar safety. Interestingly enough, usually with a transfer bar safety and on most of the other Ruger single actions, once you flip open the gate, you can turn the cylinder. Not with the Bearcat. Despite the transfer bar safety, you still got to pull the hammer back, and then you can rotate the cylinder. And because it is cowboy style, of course, when unloading the gun, you turn the cylinder till it clicks and stops into place, and then you push on the ejector rod. Oop. Let me do that again. Push on the ejector rod, and you can see the little rod comes out to poke the empty shell right out. The front side is a fixed blade, and the rear side is just a square notch with a channel cut into the top. As basic as the sights are, they're actually pretty good. See this front blade right here? It's pretty thick. It's not like one of those angel hair type blades, so with that thicker blade, it's actually pretty easy to pick up. I like the fact that the hammer has a shape to it. It's not just a flat slab hammer. See how the spur flares out? That's pretty nice. This new Bearcat has some really nice wooden grips. I believe these are rosewood laminate grips. They look real good. They've got the Ruger logo on these emblems, and these have the SR on them. Yep, the S stands for Sturm, the R stands for Ruger. Those were the co-founders, Alex Sturm and Bill Ruger. The Ruger Bearcat has an unfluted cylinder with some nice laser engraving on it. Let me go ahead and take the cylinder out so we can take a better look at the engraving. To remove the cylinder on a Bearcat, you have to open up the loading gate, pull the hammer to half cock, and then remove the base pin by pushing first onto this release. So push that in and then simply pull out the base pin. And of course, now that the camera is on, I'm going to fumble. I don't know why it's stubborn now all of a sudden. Okay, that is open. Hammer's at half cock. Wouldn't you know it? Now it's going to be stubborn. I took this out earlier. What's going on? All right, there we go. Not sure why I was struggling there. It is a little tight, but there we go. Wow. There we go. I guess I'm just weak. Oop. Make sure that base pin doesn't roll away on you. Open that out, and hey, there we go. There's the cylinder. It's a lot easier than that, folks. Not sure why I struggled. And with the cylinder out, we can examine the nice laser engraving on here. Ruger Bearcat. And you can see, yeah, looks like there's a big old cat there. And on the other side, there's a big old bear. Hence the name Bearcat. There's a tree. And it looks like, is that like a little creek or something there? Yeah. And you can see right there, yes, it is chambered in .22 long rifle. One thing I found out that I think is pretty cool is that the overall look of the Bearcats was inspired by the look of the Remington revolvers of the late 1800s. For example, take a look at this Remington 1890. Yeah, the Bearcat closely resembles it. Now, the Bearcat is not a one-to-one reproduction, nor was it ever meant to be. But still, kind of cool that the Bearcat mimics the look of the late 1800s Remington revolvers. And that'll do it for this tabletop portion of this revolver overview, but don't you worry, range action with the Bearcat coming soon.